Hello participants, actually we didn't start the recording, so we have just started the recording, and I will just like to walk you through again that we discussed earlier, so that if you want to refer the recording later on, you can get all the information. So we spoke about that what will be there in round 4 for ITSSB software, the skill IT software solutions for business. So in this skill, the competition will be for this skill. The competition will be taking place on 28th of February, from starting 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., which will include the time for submitting the solution as well. So you will have 3.5 hours total, in which 3 hours you will have to build the solution, and in last half an hour you will get an extra half an hour to submit the solution. Now coming to what all will be there in this in the test project. So first is that the problem statement will also be similar to the one that was there in round 3. The complexity level has just increased. In this problem statement as well, you will have to build a user interface of an Android application, and here you have to populate the dynamic information using JSON data in the application. So the JSON data files as well as their link will be provided in the in the test project in the media file section. And you have to also write the SQL queries for the given problem. So you will get the database with the sample data in it, and you have to perform the SQL operations to get the result that will be asked in the test project. Now coming to the marking scheme, that is on what parameters you will get judged. So your solution have to focus on the creativity, the look and feel of the application. Coming to the next part, that is the usability of application. The elements that you are using on the in the mobile application, are they usable or not? So that is one important point. Then we have the code quality. So in under code quality, we will see that the code that has been written is readable or not, you have used proper naming convention or not, or the comments are available in the required sections or not. So these things will be there in the code quality. Now coming to the last part, that is the SQL. So here your solution as an SQL queries that you will be writing in the solution will be marked. Next is the tools, software, and the language that will be used. It is same as the one that we used in round 3. So we'll be using Android Studio version 4.2, and Android SDK will be of Android 8.0. And you should have a WinRAR on your system, so that you can zip the solution as well as you can extract or unzip the problem statement that you will get. So the problem statement will be combination of multiple files, where you will have the media files, you will have the problem statement PDF with the description, and you will have the images as well. And then MySQL should be there on your systems, and the languages that will be used will be Java, XML, and SQL. Now coming to a few things that I would like to mention before going to how you will be attempting the competition. So few things that whenever you get the problem statement, read the instructions very carefully. And also while you are submitting the solution, it is very important that you submit the build file in which your application for using which your application can be run on the mobile or any other devices on the simulator. So that is .apk file, so that should be there. And other than that, your code you need to share in the same format, so you don't need to change anything, that you are writing a code in different file and then submitting it. Just your code folder, zip the code folder and share with us. Now coming to the the steps that how you will be attempting. So most of you must be aware with this with these steps, and but I will just like to walk you through again. So these are same steps, but let me just remind you. So the first step will be that you will get an email shortly from Qrencia regarding junior skills competition, and such an email you will receive in which there will be a link to attempt the competition. So this link will be active at the timelines that are defined. So this the start time and end time has been defined, and the click on this link and then start attempting the competition. One important thing that you have to use your laptop or desktop to attempt this competition. It cannot be done on a mobile phone. Now coming to the next step, that is once you get this email, using this email you will have to click on the link, and then such a page will open, as you can see on your right side, where you have to enter the email ID. So the email ID that you have to enter is same on which you have received this email. So that email ID should be there. Then participation code you need to add, as it is there in the email you will receive, and then you have to select the skill as per your group. So if you belong to ITSSB group 1, then you have to select ITSSB group 1. If you belong to ITSSB group 3, then you have to select ITSSB group 3. Then the step 3 will be, once you are done filling this information, you have to click on start button, and then you will be able to see the option to download the problem statement with the timelines. So once you will download the problem statement from the download option, you will see you can see that a zip file will be downloaded on your systems, and you have to extract the information from the zip file, so that you can see all the files and folders that are available in the zip file. And there will be a problem statement file where in which you can read the description and all the instructions that using which you have to build the solution. And these are the specific instructions that are there. So each participant will get 3 hours to build, and there will be 0.5 there will be half an hour more to submit the solution for the problem statement that will be given. And you have to use you will be restricted to use any external theme. It is same as the rule is same as it was there in round 3. So you cannot use any external themes, but you can build your own designs and styling. Now coming to the media files will have JSON files as well as the images that you can use to build your application. And then database schema and database SQL will also be there, so that you can build the schema and also insert the sample data in it, which will help you in then performing the database operations. So as part of database operation, you have to actually write those queries that needs to be performed in order to get the solution, or which is asked in the problem statement. And those queries must be written in a file, queries.sql, which you will be submitting as part of solution. Now, next part is you have to upload the zip file of solution, and solution must have following files. So one is the application project file, where the application code will be there. So it will be a code folder where all the files should be there. So take care of the naming convention as well. The code folder name must be application_code. Now second thing is, there must in the zip file there must be apk file of the application, which will be actually used to run your application and see what you have built as part of mobile application. It is very important. If you will not share the application in the APK file, so it will not be evaluated. Then so you will get marks only on the basis of code and the queries that you will be writing. Then we have in the zip file only, you have to also add the database file as well. That is the queries.sql file that you will build. In this queries.sql, all the queries as part of your solution should be there. So for example, if it is asked in the test project that you have to write a query to get result of get marks of all the students, so the query that you will write, select star from a table, that should be written in queries.sql file. Now coming to the next part, that is optional thing you can that you can add in your zip file, is that you can write readme.txt file in case you want to provide any extra information related to your solution, right? So this is one. And then the solution size is something which is very important. So keep your solution APK file and your queries.sql file. Then you have to submit the solution over going back to the link, the Qrencia link, and here you have to upload the solution. And once you upload the solution, you will get such a message that well done, you have uploaded the solution successfully, and that means we will get your solution and we can evaluate it. So these are the steps that needs to be followed. And now I can take your questions one by one. So you can post your query in the chat box. I will go back to the slide where the problem statement and marking scheme related information is there, so that you can take a look again. Ekam is asking, will JSON data be retrieved through an API? Yes, the data, the JSON data needs to be retrieved from an API. You can use it locally, or you can use it via public URL. So public URL will also be available for the JSON data, as well as file will also be available. But you must not use the JSON data as a hard coded in your application code. For example, where you don't you just don't make an HTTP request, you just write the JSON data, so that should not be done. Shivang is asking, do we have to make our own API in this round? You don't have to make any separate API. You can use you will be using the API to fetch the JSON data. You don't have to build the API. You are asking that if the external libraries can be used. So the external libraries cannot be used for related to theme or anything. So that has been restricted. And talking about Firebase, so Firebase will not be required to be used in this, because there is no action or no task related to database that needs to be done as part of mobile application. You just have to write the SQL queries. So your Kushraj, you are asking, can retrofit specifically, that is an HTTP client library, not a UI library, be used? Yes, you can use that. The retrofit you can use. Talking about somebody is asking that what do you mean by theme? Can we use libraries for improving UI? So you have to write your own styling things in order to improve the design. So that is required from your side. Shivang is asking, how is this round different from previous round? The kind of problem statement we have is similar to the round 3. That was the kind of task that you have, but the complexity of the task has been increased. Few things I would like to share before we end up this orientation webinar, that you should take care while attempting the problem statement. One is that read the instructions very carefully, submit the solution very carefully, that you don't miss on anything that you have built. So the solution must have all the file and folder that is requested. Second, that please don't leave anything. Attempt everything that has been asked in the problem statement. So for example, if you think that your query is not may not return the right result, if you have attempted it, then provide the solution, right? So that you are aware that you have given the solution. So this is important, that whatever you are doing, you attempt it and provide it as part of solution. I think these are all the questions we have, and you can for any answers that I have given as part of this webinar, you can always go back and check on YouTube. So we'll be providing the link of this webinar's recording shortly, and you can revisit to see the orientation, and what all will be there, and the problems that the doubts that we discussed here. So you can always refer back. So thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best to all the participants. Do your best and take this opportunity to grow yourself. Thank you so much.